page Kufyud Bet in the Sifra Ditzniuta, where they're going through the 70 kuni, the gold of the head of the Resha, the Erich Anpen. Can you hear me, Rebbe? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So we're reading like we pointed out. So Achashabir Tikkun the Rishon the Nikra Golgolta. So now we're in the second Tikkun. Yivor Ata Tikkun the Shenich and Nikra Tala the Badolch. Yivor Shuhu Bechinas Hamucha the Rosh Erich Anpen. This is considered to be the brain. I guess he means of Erich Anpen. That is the Tala the Badolch. Hamamalach as Chala Hagolgolta. So it fills up the whole space there. V'hu Gimel Osios Yako. Okay, this is Besod Gimel Osios Yako. So there was this rabbi from the Chofetz Chaim walking past me with his son. It was later at night, and he said to me, he says, if I say the word Torah, what's the first word comes to your mouth and to mind? And I said, Yako. He said, what? What did you say, Yaakov? I said, no, Yako. So apparently he was playing some kind of a game with his son. They were going to, associate, but that really left him dumbfounded. Moving right along, V'hu Gimel Osios Yako ha'olda the Mizbetal. Ubadakos Godol. So in this Tal, which is this Yako, Yesh bo Shorish legavon edon shal dinim. There is where you find the root of the redness of dinim. It's like the look that you get when you look to a crystal stone. Shahu lavon, which is white. V'yesh bo shorish legavon edon. But in it, there's other colors. I guess it means this color, the color red. And what's the reason for this? Because the Gevura Vatik Yomim shall Lo Isyada, which you call the Eitzalation, the Yisra is mislavish there. Then he says, Malya Tala de Badulcha, Hatikun Asheni Hu Hiyosagu Golas Rosh Malaya Metal. So that the skull should be filled with Tal. Well, Mare Vagab, that is the Ka Tal means what? These three letters, Yako, which really represents the three lines too. So at any rate, he says, Amala Batal Umara Bagavan Natala Zero Bakuka Ayan Hamara Bahagavan Shal Eben Abadaila. So this is what we heard before. Shabahasta Istaklos Rishona Nirasha Shahamara Bahagavan Shalom Bhulavan. So that if you look at it in the first place, it looks like it's white. Akbe Histaklos Be'iyun, you really look into it, Hetev Nirabo called the Gavonim. You can see all the colors are there. Varavilu Gavan Adam, even red. So this is the concept of this moach, the general concept of the moach inside of the brain, inside of the skull, that is. It says that all the colors are somehow contained in this whiteness. So it has appearance like a crystal. I'm messing things up here. I've got... Organization is not one of my real good qualities here. Let me get back to where I'm at. That's supposed to be. So he says, B'doylach. Who said the Indian is like this. The Chochma, which is the Mochas Dimah, shall Erich Anpen, who besod Shlosh Osias Yako. That's the one that is the secret of these three names. Three letters, this three-letter name, Ha'olim B'gematria Tal. So in the Tal, we always have the concept of coming from up above, or from Panemius coming outwards or downwards. So therefore it's called by the name Tal. So this moach fills up the brain cavity, and it's called Tal. Why? Because of these three letters. By itself, its own essence is whiteness. And there's no gilui of dinim in there at all. You can't see it at all. But in the most faint kind of way. And there is a root in this mochstimah, in this moach, he says, that is able, not the mochstimah, just this moach that he's talking about fills the skull cavity. Gam the Shargavonim are in there too. Harom is the dinim, which of course refers to dinim of the game. V'lekach kasher shefach hatal shalamuach yorid l'matach haberosh their anpid. So ultimately, this shefa is going to come to the head of Erich Anpin, where we have seen before is the maskal is located. Mizgalabo govern Edom aroma the dinim, because now you have the left side of the maskal. Like he yesh the malo shorish to govern Edom bedakas goda, because it's a root. It can only exist there and be manifest there because it has a shorish in panemius. The nimsa shagavan the tala elyon hu ka'ayin even bedailach. So therefore it's like a crystal shenira b'sochel galav Lakach nikla tala the bedulcha, so that's why it's called the tal. The bedulcha, which has this yud kei vav apparently, it's not really explaining out to me what the yud kei vav could, what it's, other than I know that it's 3 lines. But where did it come from? So something here. V'hidech v'shorish gava the edem she'anishu v'muchas limah b'dankos godol hum b'koach islavshus spheres agavonim hagavura. So this is the secret of all of this, is that in this moach, so he's going here and he's saying this, the mochas dimah, has a shorish which is in the gevura of Atik. Now, let me see, I did make a few places. I don't know if there's some things here you want to see, like, say, number 25, has some arichos on it. That went on the phrase, where is it? 25, where are you? Come out from hiding. Must be on this page. I got 20, there it is. Hamur Chanikra Tal. So I'd like to investigate this a little bit more. This is number 25. Yeah. So he says, let me bring it up here and bring this down a little bit more. It's hard to see. So he said, Borchai, so Shabir Lashon Malya, what does it mean? Shlosha mochim sharshim hein besod yudvav dawud. No, he write yudvav the k aleph vav aleph vav, which is gematria tal. V'zecha the malya tal of the bedocho kolu kol anafim v'gavonim. So it has all branches, all colors. Sheim besod yud k vav. Okay, so that's the number term. The malya, it's filled with this. Shura amuach hapenim b'shubasecha gogol. This is the brain. So therefore it says malya and muach adkan. So that's apparently what he got from over there. So let's say gam bir yakar lo ramak. Let's see what he says. He says, is that name of Sifra or yakar? Okay, lo ramak kan. He says shir da shabir bezel losh malya. What's pshat malya? He hora b'milazeh. She'ain chisaron b'shefach hanishba misham, that there's no lack of shefach. She'chafafila she'yarek l'tachtonim, even if it pours down below, l'olam malya v'omedis, but it keeps refilling itself. It's sustained, it's always there. She'ain chisaron megia el b'china zegzu klal. So he wants to say that this is like a something fixed. Adkan, that's what it sounds like to me. Number Kaf Vav. He says, Kamuvur be'idra, but what was on Kaf Vav? Kaf Vav says, so he says, let me see, if you find the word ki, if I'm up above on the word ki, so he says, ki yesh l'malo shorish l'gavan edun bedakos gadol, v'nimsa shagavan atal ha'elyon, so the gavan, the color of this upper towel, hu ka'ayin even the bedailach. So if you look at the towel, it seems to me that he wants to say that if you actually want to know what this is composed of, the muchas limah is a Yako. That's Yako. That's what, maybe I can understand it this way. Nimsa shagavan atal ha'elyon hu ka'ayin even the bedailach. It's like this, the crystal stone. Shenirim b'sochel kol ha'gavonim, that you could see all the gavonim. So, but he's saying this is Yako. Of a lakach nikra tala the bedocha. It's because of the fact that it holds the 3 lines within it in some way, even badagos. V'hine shorish gavan edom, so that the root of this red color, a nishrash b'mochas dimor, which has a root now coming, it's now founded, I guess, in the mochas dimor, badagos goda, but really, really very faint. Who mekoach his lavshos spheres a gevur shall reish the lo isya the besoch mochas dimor. So there's a channel there that brings that into fruition. So let's look at number Kaf Vav. Kaf Vav said, Be'idra Rabbah. Let me get down here where we can see it. So he says, let's see, where are we? Okay, Be'idra Rabba Nizbar Bechemshek Divrich Sharmai Mari Rashbi. So as we go on and we go into the Sharmai Mari Rashbi, which we mentioned, he says, V'zel Lashon HaKaseh Yored Misham L'Zer Anpin Tal Zeh. So this Tal. So the Lashon, you could see the Tal is Yud Kei Vav is flowing down into Zer Anpin. Oz Mizgala Ed Mimus. So then you see its redness. So the Tao is really has three colors to it. Mesitra the Reisha Kivura. So if you're looking at from the side of its head, it's going to be white. Kivura Kivur. So it's like whiteness. Is Yashvan Bereisha the Zer Anpen, but when it settles onto the head, into the head of Zer Anpen, is Chazi Beisumaka. It looks up in Erich Anpin, it's white. Over here, it's red. Like just like the crystal, which is white. So you see now what? So in the concept of the Yud Kei Vav, the Yako, that you have everything is inside of it, and I guess it's white. This is what it means. There was a pasuk in Yeshaya. Ki tal oros talacha. So that's a quote they make a talacha. Oros tray. So the word oros means there's two there. Oh, wow. So he wants to say that the tal, here's a reference to the fact that the tal is more than one thing. So that there's an opposing side. How do they say this is what it means? Ki tal oros talacha oros tray. There's two words. Oros is plural. So from looking at it from its panemius, it's all white. So that close inside of it, all different kinds of whitenesses. And even the dinim are white. That's what it comes back and says like this: all of it is kivur. When it comes now, falls off of the face of Zer Anpin, which I'm assuming he means is coming through the beard of Erich Anpin, or maybe from the hair follicles, I don't know. He says, Derek Abba Ve'ima, and it finally winds up on the head and it's red. So in that Badolak, what doesn't have any redness show at all, so therefore if you look at it where it's in the Yako itself is white. But when you get to the place where it can be seen, their unpin is manifest there, it's out there. Shisham Giluya, that's where it gets to be seen. Nira Bo Gavon Edo Odem. You see the redness. So everything is inside of this tal. Below this gala, look over there. He said, all the model of Erich Anpin. The Ein Sham Gilu the Din in Klaus says the same thing. Afal Pishi Sham Shorish Dinemu Lovan. The Ein Sham Hefresh Bain Hey Chasadim Lahei Gavuras Kalau. Amna be redonzach the Zer Anpin Mizgalim the Hey Chasadim and the Hey Gavuras. Then you start to see the maskala. Kamocha Bedolach Hazer Shemar V'Lovan Avach Kishabistaklim Harbe Nirim Belgavon. Then you could see them. So Im came. So we're running out of time. I'll try to get as much as I can, but we're here. Im came Erich Anpin Shom Ein Histaklos Lezeh. There's no, you can't see it. Call Lovan. So there, everything looks white. There Anpin Yeshistaklos, but there's not much to be seen. And Mizgalam He Chasadim He Gavuros, and now you find out that there are 5 Chasadim, 5 Gavuros. Maybe that's the reason why he wanted to bring in the concept of Abba Ve'ima. He wanted to say how the flow has to go through Abba Ve'ima. When you get to Abba Ve'ima, then you're getting to Chasadim and Gavuros. Nirim Bo Shorish Adinim Adkan. That's it for today. Thank you for learning with me so much. Maybe we learned something. Okay, where would this be?